got that new thing for ya. It's so exciting. I got that new thing for ya. You know it's flying.
Bringing to you the latest fashions, designs, and trends. It's the guru, Ashford the Brand.
So exciting. You know it's flying. You know it's flying.
Welcome to Ashford the Brand, fashion designer and trend-setting guru. Today's guest, I have my man Super K. How you doing, bro?
What up?
And as always, glad to have you on the show. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm an engineer and photographer.
Okay. You and then you understand you're into fashion as well.
I dab in it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, dang, if I could be transparent, then, really the only reason why I did it was because, you know what I'm saying, my friend, she originally had opened up the shop or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I had pushed her to do it, you know what I'm saying? But what happened was she had a little situation where, she was basically murdered, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, yeah.
And, and I just wanted to continue her legacy. I just didn't want to let it go, you know? So,
cool.
For the most part, I just took over the shop, and it ain't the easiest thing in the world to do, being that I'm a guy selling female clothes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I managed just by, I got, friends and people that kind of like throw me ideas here and there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So since you own a studio, how does fashion and studio and, and the entertainment business, how does it connect together?
I mean, for the most part, like, music alone usually have like the trendiest fashion. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times with the young dudes coming to the studio, they want to emulate that. They want, in their mind, they already are artists. In their mind, they already want to be dripped out. So, I just pay attention to that. And then sometimes they come with their girlfriends and stuff. So, I watch them as well, but then I watch their girlfriends and stuff they be wearing. And then I try to incorporate that into like, the clothing store itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of, me, and you probably agree with me, a lot of your trends come from music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially. Yeah. And, it just make it easy for me because I'm always around young people. So it's like, it's easy for me to keep up with the latest fashion because they always wearing the latest stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it pretty easy for me. You know what I'm saying?
How do you come up with your fashion? Because you got your own thing.
Okay, all right. Me, literally, this is how I come up with my style of fashion. Like, I see something, I like it. I don't care really the name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do ball on a budget though. So for those that don't know, like, I don't spend over $100 on anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like anything I'm wearing because for me, my clothes is just an expression of like who I am organically. Meaning, like, when you see all these colors and everything meshed together, I mean, I don't know if it'll look right on anybody else, but I just know it looks and feel good on me. So, and I try to project that image to, the young guys and stuff that come to the studio, just so they can get that same idea. I don't really be trying to change them about it, but, I just, give them the idea, like, it's okay to be super comfortable in your skin with however you want to dress and do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of that for me, music, designing, clothes and stuff like that, all of that pretty much all goes into that one, under that one umbrella, which is like art. To me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, your store, the store that you have in there, yes, it has a lot of women clothes. Can you really tell me about again how that all comes?
So true story. First, my homegirl was selling clothes on, because we was always trying to just hustle. Like, for me, hustling is entertaining. It's entertaining. So like, if I can, it's almost like a magic trick, if you will. I'm ready to go real far out.
Yeah,
So
go ahead, go
it's like a magic trick, if you will. Like for me, being able to have something or find something that somebody else like, or being able to do something somebody else like, and change their expression for that moment, like that speaks volumes for me.
Yeah.
Like, like even, being able to be a good person, what I'm saying? Like just being a good person, walking in a room and then you see people light up when they see you, like, what I'm saying? Like I thrive off of that. So, with the clothing store, I don't really know too much about female clothes or whatever, but I be picking stuff according to what I like. And I like colors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I kind of got to sway away from that because every time, everything I like ain't really what's trendy. Like I know the way I dress be a little bit different than, most of. But, I try to incorporate that into, the store. So when people come in, what I'm saying, they really, they feel good about what they buying, what I'm saying? And then, I try to present myself as somebody like, I ain't just here for your money, like, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't make it just about that. So, yeah.
Because of women clothes, I think too, women, they are some of the top sellers.
Yeah.
Because they shop more. I would say they shop probably at least 75% more than men.
Yeah, because, just being around my female friend, like, every day she's buying something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might buy something once a month, 2 months. Like, I rarely buy anything for myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's just me, because I'm just, that's just me, yeah.
Because we know how to switch our stuff up, man.
I come from the bottom, like, in real life. So, I'm used to not having a whole lot, but I'm also used to whatever I do have, make it look like something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I'm used to not having a lot. So I can make that, whatever it is, I can make those rags look like riches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a trend setter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can take, like, even myself, I take, like,
I mean,
I used to.
You stay dripped, though, so.
I appreciate it. I'll have, like, growing up, just like you, I come from nothing.
Yeah.
My dad had, like, I don't see him, maybe, like, he worked on call, 6 kids, and he had to raise. Won a lot, but we had to take the little bit we got to make it look like something. I have the next question. Also, too, you photographer. So you always seeing fashion land. I've been in some the all black event they usually have every year, and you was always doing photography there.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your photography.
Alright, so also true story. I was shout out DJ Don Juan. He hit me up one day because I was doing these shows. At first I was doing them in Suffolk, and I would flood the building out every single time. My very first show, I flooded out. Anyway, long story short, Don hit me up. Was like, yo, I got another spot. You can do whatever you want to do. And then so I was like, cool. So when I got there, I knew they sold food. And I was like, well, in order to get the people to come through, I know the artist's going to come through because they want to perform. But I want regular people to come too because, in my mind, I always look at it like, if the establishment is happy, then I ain't got to worry about them being on my back. So I just promoted the food, and I was just taking pictures of the food first. But of course, couples started coming in and be like, can you take pictures of, what I'm saying, us? And I'm like, yeah. Mind you, I didn't know what I was doing with the camera.
Really?
I had no idea, yo. I just knew it was this big ass camera, and it had all these buttons on. I'm like, yo, they gotta mean something. They gotta do something other than, what I'm saying. So I learned the camera inside and out to the point, I was able to just, gut the camera out. I could take the whole thing apart, put it back together. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started doing pictures for people for free, just so I can master the craft. Didn't know I was gonna fall in love with it. You know what I'm saying? The part that made me fall in love with it was, just seeing the expressions on people's faces, like capturing those moments when they like, it's like a best moment for them. Because when you smile in your hardest, that's like. That's that one moment you stress free. You ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, photography is just as sentimental as a wedding ring. I mean, some might agree, some might not agree, but, depending on that moment you capture, like, it's more valuable than, or just as equally sentimental as a wedding ring. You know what I'm saying?
You did many, like, fashion shows and anything like that?
I did 3 fashion shows, yeah. and that was pretty dope. One was for lupus, a disease called lupus. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was for that. That was my first one, and then shout out Dave. The other one was for Dave at the Hilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that one, and I can't remember what the third one was for. But I remember them two vividly because the lupus always plays in my head because I know it was being done for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, photography, man. I love photography. Like, I just take pictures last night. You know what I'm saying? Like photography, man. I get to show people a version of themselves. Sometimes they don't want to see. For instance, like, can I say niggas?
I mean,
I can say niggas.
whatever you want.
All right, so like
free.
niggas like to be hard in pictures. Like niggas don't really like to smile a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they really be on some, because that's the image they want the world to see. But when I catch them in a, like, let's say like they homeboys and they laughing and they catch that moment, it's like I can see where it bring that ego down a little bit to the point where like, oh man, I look alright laughing. Like it's okay to laugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to smile. So, you know, that's what I be getting from photography, man. Like I literally be seeing myself transform emotions just through the lens of my camera. Like when I take a picture of somebody and I show it back to them, like I can literally see them let their guard down like, instantly. Like it's like that's why I said like from the studio to clothing, you know, fashion and photography, like, you know, for me that's medication without the pill and
they all three go hand in hand.
Yeah, it's like medication, you know. And I ain't saying I'm doing the Lord's work, but I do my part. I play my part in terms of like I ain't out here promoting no negativity.
Yeah.
I ain't out here, you know, hating. I ain't out here trying to make anybody feel bad. I ain't out here gossiping. Everything I do and everything I'm known for is, you know, the uplifting of people. Yeah.
Because like for real, you put your clothes on, clothes, music, and photos. Like I said, they all go together. Because I've been out, and back in the days when I was younger, I felt like if I let my guards down, so I got to look. Even though I got my clothes on, I got to look tough.
Yeah.
But I've seen, like, you have captured some pictures, and I've seen the pictures, and I'm like, daggone, make the clothes look a little better on me now. So, you know, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, you know, like, and I don't want to be talking, obviously, because I can talk a whole lot, but, you know, for me, like I said, like, man, photography definitely allowed me to show people versions of themselves they're unaware of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like last night I'm taking pictures of dudes, and like dudes was just chilling, like everybody mean mugging and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I take a picture and I show them like, yo, it's a party. Like, why y'all look so mad? And dudes like, yeah, you right, no, you right. So we like they laughing, but while they laughing and they getting their pose together, I snap that one, you know, that candid shot, and then I show it back at them. Man, it was I just saw the expression in their face, like I knew they'd loosen up instantly, like on some like, that's what's up, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, like, you know, because sometimes you got to remind people like it's okay to live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, a lot of people are alive, but they ain't living. You know what I'm saying? True. And I promote that through the lens of my camera. You know what I'm saying? I get excited. I don't want to talk too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you good.
Straight up. Yeah.
So the name of the clothing store. Go back to clothing store.
Something to wear. Something to wear. Yeah. You know, and it's real simple and straight to the point. It's just something to wear, you know what I'm saying? And basically that's what I promote. Like, you know, I ain't gonna promote that I got the hottest fashion or the best fashion, but if you want something to wear, you can come get something to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's gonna work. It's gonna work. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's the
and the hats off too. I like the way, you know, most people in the same city, like far as helping each other, they don't want to do it. Yeah. But I was actually in the shop today. Shout out to Dave. Was in Dave's shop when he called you because this young lady was looking for a
studio.
She was looking for some clothes.
Okay.
And he didn't have it, so he sent it to you, and it'd be vice versa. And I'd be like, yo, that's I like the way they work together because most people they like crabs. They fighting over trying to get that dollar.
The thing about it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, Dave play a big role in, you know, where I come from now as far as, you know, the studio simply because, you know, I was renting from him. I initially was renting from Dave, you know. I had a
Okay.
little space in the back before I even now this is the what is it called? The hustle and flow mode in me. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even before I even saw the space, you know what I'm saying? Before I even saw the space, I literally was like, here goes some bread, bro. Just hold this for me. Cause I was adamant about leaving my job. Like I wanted to just leave. I didn't want to work for nobody else no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just gave him the bread before I even looked at the spot and I rocked out in there like 3-4 years, and then I just recently graduated about a year ago to my new space. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, yeah, you know, so the blessings come, man. You be patient.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just consistent. Just stay working. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
all.
that's all I be doing for real, for real.
And all that comes from, like I said, being a blessing to somebody else.
Yeah.
Looking out for somebody else.
It's the way, you know. I think I saw something a wise dude. He was speaking some wise stuff, and he had said, you know, a man who wants to gain success knows that it's important to not have enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't create enemies and trying to grow because you end up going places where like you become successful. You're really like easily accessible because if you go on tour or anything, like people are gonna know where you are, you know, so you can't be having enemies in that sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I ain't talking about like far as like the music world and stuff like that, but just like the regular world, like a regular person like myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't walk around with security and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so no matter how popular I ever become, like I don't think I ever be like that type of dude, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm like a Will Smith who just showing spread love, then you know, I'm protected by faith at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're definitely going there.
Yeah, I'm trying to, yo. I'm trying, yo. Like, real talk. It's a lot I don't know as far as the business side of things. You know, I'll be real, man. Like, shoot, I don't comprehend the paperwork and all this stuff all the time. There's a lot I don't know. But when I get there, bro, like, if I get there, I ain't gonna say F, but when I get there, like, I really want to be able to show the city like what I'm capable of doing as far as like bringing like um a bulk of people together and just having like good time. And I ain't talking about just like one demographic. I'm talking about, you know, like cosmopolitan type, like, you know, mixed variety of races being able to vibe together. We don't see a lot of that around here. You know
we
what
do
I'm
need
saying?
that.
Yeah. I be wanting to do like, you know, vibe parties and stuff like that and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Where like the music is really diverse and you know no matter what race you are you can really like you can still groove, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't got a lot of that, especially in downtown area like out here. Yeah, so you know, but and all of that work together because you know it's the music, but of course I take pictures, you know what I'm saying? And then I can incorporate other people into it, you know, that want to be, you know, participate in it. So you know that's just part of some of my plans or whatever that I want to work on. So yeah.
You know, and that was the question I was going to ask you too. What do you see yourself in, in the future?
If I can be real with you, man, like this is gonna sound really weird. Like I set goals by the day. Like I wake up every day with a goal set. Now sometimes my goals can be distracted depending on like who's involved with that day, you know what I'm saying? But as far as my day, I wake up every day with just like I set a goal for that day, or if it's something I need to do, I'll set a goal for getting that done. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the truth be told, like you know what I'm saying, I'm a penny pincher. Like I don't really. I ball on a budget, but I make it look good. You know what I'm saying? I take little change. Yeah, man. I ball on the budget, so you know. Yeah, I don't really spend a lot of time just trying to figure things out. It just kind of work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I can see that one goes by the day.
Yeah. It might not be a good thing though. I ain't gonna say it's good, but it works for me right now until I probably, something drastic happens to the point where like, oh, nigga, you gotta change the way you're doing that.
And most of if you set a goal during the day too, you gonna try to accomplish something that day.
Yeah. I wake up every morning, literally every morning, and my mind be on like what I gotta do or what I'm gonna do today, how much I want to do today, every day. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I'm just sitting in the crib and I don't do nothing, I'm gonna just feel like I wasted. I wasted that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, something wrong with me, yo. Like I rarely sleep. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, I don't sleep normal. I just always be trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like soon I leave here, I'm probably gonna go edit pictures. Yeah, edit pictures and probably be in the studio.
No days off, right?
Yeah, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. No days off to me. I mean, days off to me just ain't as fun unless the days I'm taking off, I've made enough on the back end to where like I can allot myself those days off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man. I like to live, man. I like to have fun. I like to do whatever it is I want to do. But I just know, and people get mad at me for it. They be like, man, you work too much, this and the third. You know what I'm saying? When you make people make time for what they say, how they say it.
Make time for what they want.
Yeah, people make time for who they want to make time. Which makes sense to them, but for me, like I do make time for what I want, but when I want to make time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's selfish or not, but yeah, it's probably a little selfish.
And I think it's good that you're doing something that it's not really work to you, but that you enjoy doing. Because I've seen videos where you was on, I think it was on a cruise or something, and you was snapping, working. I said, good God, so your head gonna break, take no break.
I love what I do, man. I really love what I do. Like
it makes it easier.
And people see that I love what I do. So, now I get people, man, I just recently had somebody hit me up. It was like, they want me to take a trip with them to Jamaica. And they was gonna fund my whole trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the funny part was about it was like, you even gotta stay the whole time. I'm like, why wouldn't I stay the whole time? Like, I'm not gonna go just take pictures and Uber back to America.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we gonna stay the whole time. We'll shoot. I mean, and it don't even be about the bread. Like sometimes, man, it just be the experiences that I be, the opportunity of those experiences that I be introduced with. Like, like I said, one in Jamaica or like Bahamas. Like, I be. When you love what you do, man, and people see it, like they automatically, and even if it's the photography, that's the main ingredient. But also, like, I'm a good time, you know what I'm saying, myself. Like, I like to turn up, I'm daring, you know what I'm saying. I like to just have fun, man. Yeah.
So I seen like videos you've been on cruises and going to the Bahamas and stuff. Do you use photography? So I know you see a lot of different the culture differences in the fashion. What would your take on that as far as the way we dress here over there?
I ain't gonna say I really saw too much of a difference. I will say VA did turn the cruise out.
Yeah.
We turned that. By the time we left the cruise, everybody was like, yo, VA. But no, I really didn't see like a culture difference. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I will say I was a little impressed about was, their money was different than ours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the culture difference, like, I ain't really dab into that as much. You know what I'm saying? I think I was too busy just having like a lot of fun. But I ain't really see nothing different in terms of like how they dress and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was probably about the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, because it seems like when you're the one I see, it's like, I don't know if they try to dress. Some of those countries, they want to dress like we do here, United States. And then we try to,
I
pick up their style.
And they might have, I just don't think we went to like a deep cultural,
Just
area
tourist.
type. Yeah, everything was like tourist. So it's like, everybody was kind of like dressed, pretty much like the same, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, it wasn't really too much of like a fashion differential, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, man, is there anything you want to tell us about your studio and stuff, or
Well, I started off making beats first. Like, I was making beats and all that stuff first. True story. I got, this thing, I got a lot of sacrifices, but, like, for me when I started recording, I was making beats. I literally sold all my equipment to move into the studio. You know what I'm saying? I was making beats. I sold my keyboards, my beat machines. That was just a sacrifice I had to take because You know, it was either sell that or keep making beats. So I sold all of that so I can move into the studio. But I do plan on getting back into producing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I love, you know, making music. I love being able to just create from scratch and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so once I get my bread back up, you know, I'm definitely gonna buy a beat machine and probably get back into producing and stuff like that.
And the new projects you working on, or
Me myself, I don't really work on, you know, projects, but as far as like with artists, there's a ton of artists I work with. You know, I ain't gonna say I work with, they work with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate even them trusting me with their work. You know what I'm saying? Their music and stuff like that. So you know, it's a lot of dope artists in the area. You know what I'm saying, that I record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you want to give any information or how, tell them how they can get in contact with you as far as the studio, photography,
my
or even your clothes.
Okay, yeah, my Instagram is tax_season_KKK, and really that's probably like all I'm interested in giving out, like as far as like networking and people hitting me up, because I want all those followers to come there and, you know, hit my DM for any questions and stuff like that, photography, pics, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So y'all support, go out there and check my man out. Great photographer, great studio. You know, I've been in there and I checked it all out. So, you know, we out of time. Glad to have you in the studio today. I mean, you know, chopping it up. We, like I said, I always say we're out of time, but we're not out of fashion.
Yeah.
See y'all later. Peace.